This video will explain how to access the wbstats data package and how to get a sense of the scope of this data package. There are many data packages in R with which you can carry out some serious data exploration and analysis. One good example is the wbstats data package prepared by Jesse Peaburn. The wbstats data package enables you to access a wide variety of social economic data for all countries over the past several decades. You can find a good introduction to the data package from Peaburn's tutorial or the package manual on these websites. To keep things simple, we will overview the scope of the data package in this video. The World Bank provides an application programming interface, or API for short, that is publicly available and web-based to allow users to access various types of World Bank data. But accessing data through the API could be time-consuming and inefficient. The wbstats R data package seeks to allow users to easily search, download, and use in R the data of interest. As it is discussed in the PDF manual of this data package, the package contains a list of data frames, which are called WB cake list. That allows you to get a clear overview of the scope of the data package. The examples of these cake list you can see on your screen. First is countries, which allows you to access via WB countries function. Then indicators, which you can access via WB indicators function. Sources, which you can access via WB sources function. Data catalog, which you can access via WB data catalog function. Topics, to be accessed via WB topics function. Income, to be accessed via WB income function. And lending, to be accessed via WB lending function. So we will focus on countries, indicators, sources, and topics in this video to get an overview of the data package. To begin with, we first need to install the wbstats package. And this will follow the package installation instruction that is common to any R packages. So we will go to Tools, Install Packages, and then we type wbstats and click Install. Then you should load the wbstats package using the library function. So let's load this package. Now, you may be interested to ask first a question about how many countries and regions are covered by this data and what other auxiliary variables are included. To do this, we can create a data frame called countries. And we will do it using WB countries package. Inside WB countries, we specify option blank equals EN, meaning that you will use English to return the results. The other language choices are ES for Spanish, FR for French, AR for Arabic, and ZH for Mandarin Chinese. To find out how many countries and regions are covered by the package, use the as_timbal function from the timbal package, as you did in some of the previous videos in this video series. As shown in this output, The countries frame, data frame, contains 304 rows of observations and 18 columns. So the wbstats package covers data on 304 countries and regions. And among the regions, you can think about Latin America, let's say, or Asia, or Middle East. And you can explore all those regions and the names of those regions in the corresponding variables. So, and the output also shows the full list of the 18 variable names in the country's data frame. Most relevant ones are country code variables like ISO3C and ISO2C, which assign either 3-letter or 2-letter code, country code, to each country or territory or region. Then country names, its capital, longitude, and latitude. Now, the next question, perhaps, you would want to know the answer to is how many indicators are covered by this data set? And you can find the answer to this question using the WB indicators and as symbol functions, as we just did. So we will create a data frame for the list of indicators using WB indicators function. And then we will use a stable function. So as shown in this output, the indicators data frame contains 17,445 rows of observations and 7 columns. So this means that the wbstats package covers data on 17,445 indicators. And among the auxiliary variables in the indicators data frame, the most relevant ones are indicator ID, which you can use to extract data as shown below, indicator, which are essentially variable labels, and indicator description or indicator depth, which are basically variable descriptions. Now, the next question that you would like to ask most likely is how many data sources are covered by this large database? And you can find the answer to this question using WB sources and as table functions, as I using these two lines of code. So first you create a data frame for the list of data sources by using WB sources function. And then you use a stable function to see. And as shown in this output, the sources data frame contains 60 rows of observations and 9 columns. So the wbstats package covers data from 60 different sources, such as a doing business data set, world development indicators, world governance indicators, etc. So the next logical question is how many types of topics are covered? And to answer this question again, first we create a data frame for the list of topics. And then we use a stable function. So We create this data frame using wbtopics function, and we write down the output into the data frame topics, and then we use stable function. So, and here we can see in this output that the topics data frame that we just created using wbtopics function contains 21 rows of observations and 3 columns. So the wbstats package covers data on 21 topical areas. And here you can see the titles of those areas and their descriptions.